Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the UMass Minutemen, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So UMass offense will get the first crack at it here. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
UMass quickly back to the line.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Tempo and overdrive.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short.
He's zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. It's reverse. Makes a man miss. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They try to pop a run on the draw, and they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires left. And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Georgia. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, man. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come up.
UMass quickly back to the line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that game.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Bully ball on third and short. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Running to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He'll try it again. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. To the ground with the back. Bulldozes him. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The corners are walked up tight. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UMass. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Georgia comes quickly to the line. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground. Fires one high and deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Line getting set on second down. Got his man down the middle. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the third down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They'll line up for a second. Continues. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The UMass offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Quickly complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Looking to move it through the air. Lofts one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. All wideouts, no backs. He's going to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Snags it over the middle. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Looking to go up top on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Georgia going up tempo. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The quick out. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Second half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Oh, gave the defender the business. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. He's got it down the middle.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
The give out of the gun. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run up.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's got his man. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, the ground game. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead.
He's got some room headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Dogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. The UMass offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Here's the handoff. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Pocket starts to collapse. Got his man. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. UMass quickly back to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. from the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. On target. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they try to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
Fires to the middle. Got it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for...
Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Northwestern was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Darnell Autry and company delivered in that magical 10-win season of 1995. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And now on second down for this offense. 2-9 Philly. He's looking to throw.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Makes the catch. He's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Knight. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They'll try it on the ground. Plows through the defense. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gore.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Well, this one had all the suspense of a